We would like to take a moment here at Redline Radio to thank all of our wonderful sponsors. Detroit Auto Parts is not only the official part store of Redline Radio, but it is also home of our original studio. They have two convenient locations on the east side. You can call 216-531-7373, or on the west side, you can give a call at 216-398-7373. And as always, if you mention Redline Radio, receive 10% off your parts purchase. Growing Wings Adult Services continues to be an official sponsor of Studio Number 2 and Redline Radio. With over 7 years of experience of taking care of adults with disabilities in the Northern Ohio area, you can reach out to Lisa at 234-334-7547 today to see how Growing Wings Adult Services can help you and your family. And as testified by their many satisfied companies, Dynatech's diamond saw blades are the fastest cutting and longest lasting. Customer satisfaction is how Dynatech measures success, and their engineers are always available to help you troubleshoot and solve a problem on your job site. Dynatech is the only saw blade company recommended by the pavement marking manufacturing industry, and they're located in Elyria, Ohio. Dynatech is committed to being the top diamond saw blade company around the world. We stand behind our products, and with a warranty and customer service that keeps our customers satisfied and earns us the ranking of best in the industry. You can contact 800-446-9001, or you can email them at sales@dynatech.com, or visit their website, Dynatech.com. Pit Road Diecast, specializing in all current and past NASCAR diecast cars and model car kits. And you know what? It's not just diecast model car kits. Oh, no. They have movie cars, too. You could just ask Bill about that. But for all your diecast or model car kit needs, you can call Dynatech at 216-355-2347 and mention Redline Radio and get 10% off your in-store purchase. And, of course, always keep Sean from Pit Road Diecast in your thoughts, prayers, or however you want to keep her in your mind, as she is currently battling cancer. We say it on every show. You hear it. Incredible Keepsakes is the official merchandise provider of all things Red Line Radio and our show hosts. T-shirts, cups, binders, keychains, hats, mouse pads, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, you name it, and Incredible Keepsakes can make it and customize it for you. You can call 440-242-9648 or go to their website, IncredibleKeepsakes.com. And as Mike and Diane always say, cherished moments are made to last forever. Got a little storm damage from all those storms we had a couple weeks ago? Well, you know who to call, and it ain't Ghostbusters. It's Wiggins Construction and Home Improvement. Bathrooms, kitchens, windows, doors, sidings, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, are you catching a pattern here, people? Residential or commercial, you can call Will today, 440-731-7654, and you tell Will that Redline Radio sent you. Congratulations to Chad Moon for being nominated as the best male frontman in Northeast Ohio in the Cleveland Music Awards this past week. But Bad Juju is the official band of Redline Radio, covering all of your favorites from the 80s and 90s. To book Bad Juju today, you contact the one and only Chad Moon, and you can do that at 440-458-0209. Well, after you're done watching Bad Juju perform, or maybe while Will Wiggins is doing some construction on your house, you can just jet on over to Lucy's Pubs, located at 2218 Broadview Road in Cleveland. Michelle and the staff at Lucy's are always committed to giving their guests the best experience. Join them every Friday night for karaoke with the one and only Timbuktu, and of course, all hometown sports games. You can contact Lucy's at 216-675-0013. The Ohio Wheelman Series is the premier stock car racing series in Northeast Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana, and Redline Radio is proud to sponsor the Ohio Wheelman Series. There's no better way to get your company logo on some of the fastest stock cars in the state. Not to mention, local racers are some of the most loyal people when it comes to supporting our sponsors. Affordable Concrete Solutions is the way to get your driveway looking all spiffy after all them storms we've been having and all the water that's just destroying the concrete on your driveway, sidewalk, or maybe you just want to accent it or maybe just seal it so that doesn't happen again. You can call them today at 440-714-1987 or email affordableconcretesolutions@gmail.com. Well, now you got your parts from Detroit Auto Parts, but who's going to put them on for you? Well, that would be Tuffy Auto Care. It's more than just a slogan. At Tuffy, we stand behind our work and promise that it will be done right, period, or we'll fix it for free. Tuffy is located at 649 Leona Street in Elyria. Your one-stop shop for vaping, CBD, and kratom in Elyria, Ohio is none other than Puff and Roll, your favorite local smoke shop located at 464 at North Abbey Road. You can contact them today, 440-444-4443. Ask for Dave and Dan, and when you do, you mention Redline Radio, and you get 10% off your purchase. AC not blowing cold? Heat not hot enough for you? Give Sensible Solutions HVAC a call, specializing in service, maintenance, repair, and installation. Give them a call today, 440-985-8387. Let's say you ordered a big shipment from Incredible Keepsakes and you need someone to get it to you. Well, that's when you contact All Pro Freight Systems. Large order freight shipping located in Northeast Ohio. One call hauls it all. All Pro Freight Systems located at 1200 Chester Industrial Parkway in Avon. Ask for Matt at 440-933-2222. If you're interested in advertising with Redline Radio, then give Dave a call at 440-503-0828. And for programming information, you can check out Redline Radio LLC.com or any of our social medias, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever they're calling it nowadays, Twitch, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And to take Redline Radio on the go to listen to all of our great music and shows, download the Redline Radio LLC Android app at the Google Play Store today.
Hey y'all, it's Jess from Women's Health Summit on Redline Radio. This month we're going to be talking about stereotypes. What is a stereotype? Well, it's when based off of who you look like, what you sound like, what kind of job you have, where you live, people have a perception of you. Case in point, in my life, a few years back, one of the only times I've been labeled was when I went to a predominantly Black community for some fried chicken. Let me tell you, okay, I'm a Southern girl. I like some fried chicken. All right. And me and my friend went to this fried chicken joint that he absolutely loved. And we ordered our food. And yes, I was the only white chick in there. And we waited for about a half hour for our food, and we saw people coming and going, ordering their food, getting their orders and leaving. So my friend goes up to the counter and found out that they hadn't even started our order yet. So we perceived this as hostile. So he just got a refund and we went elsewhere. But it happens, guys, it happens. Should we have thrown a big ass fit? No. Because it happens. All you can do is control how you react to a bad situation. And I think my friend handled it extremely respectfully. He did not raise an entire stink about anything. We didn't like how we were being treated, so we just went elsewhere. This is a lesson to be learned for a lot of people that are either closet racists or just pick and choose, like selective racism. Racism is racism. It doesn't matter what color skin you have. It doesn't matter what environment you were in. Racism is racism. So in order to fight that, just don't make it about race. Make it about what I did as a person, as a human, to contribute, not about what parents I had and what ancestors I had. So join us for Oozy More, because all of my guests are going to be spilling the beans about their stereotypes this week. So come join us Sunday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., Redline Radio. All right, Facebook, YouTube, stream page. All right, take it easy. Have a great week.
I want to talk about stereotypes for a minute, because we all use them. We've all been victim to them. And, you know, some stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. But some stereotypes are of a malice base, even if they're done in a laughing and joking type of manner. And that needs to be addressed. Me personally, I think my most hated stereotype is, because I'm 6'3", 300 plus pounds. I like wearing hoodies, black hoodies more than anything. Always have since I was a child. I don't wear coats, I wear hoodies. That I'm unapproachable or mean or, you know, a hood, as they like to call them. You know what I mean? You know, and then you get to know me and realize that, you know what, this guy really is a big teddy bear. Like, he's a really cool dude. But a lot of people miss out on that because they see me and walk the other way. You know, the whole watch people clutch their purse a little tighter, click their car doors when you walk past them type of thing. You know, that's just one of the things you deal with. One of the other stereotypes I can't stand is because I am 6'3", 300 pounds, or I have to play sports. I have to play basketball in high school, or had to play football, you know what I mean? You know, why am I not playing now is the one I get, man. Why aren't you playing football or basketball somewhere? I mean, I'm 40 years old. No. You know what I mean? 41 now, but you know what I mean. But, you know, those are two stereotypes that to me have always been a kind of a jab, because I've lived my life not being threatening or overbearing or a bully. And, you know, to get labeled that just because of how I look or my size is, you know, that shit hurts. I know. Not Terrence Knight of the system, not that guy. Yeah, well, you know, I'm still human. You know, I'm not a bad guy because I just chose to be a bad guy. Things in life have happened that have driven me down the path of being a bad guy. And here we are. So those are my things on stereotypes. Just something I wanted to share tonight. Y'all have a good evening and enjoy your turkey.
Hey, it's your girl Precious. Real quick, I wanted to share with you a story about a time I was stereotyped. I would say this was a few years ago. I used to go shopping a lot or whatever, and whenever I would go shopping, I would buy a lot of stuff, you know, $300 or $400 or $500 worth of stuff. And I remember one time I went to a mall at Victoria's Secret, and I was buying the stuff, and the lady was like, basically like, can you even, like, how can you even afford this? And that shit pissed me off. It just made me feel like she was singling me out because I wasn't the only one in there buying stuff, but I think I spent like $350 and I got like a sweatsuit and some perfume and stuff like that. So I just felt like she was judging me because I was really the only black person up in there. I guess that was spending like that. I don't know, but it just made me feel like she was like, why did you ask me that? Like, so I would say that would be an example of when I felt like I was stereotyped or whatever.
Hey y'all, I'm Maria, owner and chef of Lupe's Latin Cuisine. Let me tell y'all a little story about stereotyping. I got my own story. So apparently, as a small little female, small but mighty, I can be security. Um, no, but for real, I run security at a bar in Lakewood, and I get asked all the time how a female could be security. What am I gonna do? Do you not see this face? Resting bitch face, okay? That's all they need. I don't play. I actually also have a lot of guys come up to me saying that they're intimidated by me. But I can't do the job because I'm a female. Get out of here.
I've been up all night trying to get there rich. I've been working on my shit. Milk the whole game twice. Gotta get it how I live. I've been working on my shit. Now get this work. Now get this work. Now get this work. Now get this work. Working on my shit.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's another summit. Yay! I hope you all are relaxed and enjoying your Thanksgiving Day weekend. It was so much fun to cook for you, in front of you guys. I shouldn't say for you guys, because none of y'all had that amazing, except for Tim. Tim and Lex got to enjoy it. Tim, what'd you think?
I definitely destroyed the plate.
Yeah.
You know my feelings.
And we had a discussion about that green bean casserole.
We did.
I can't blame you there. I cannot blame you there. White people just cook different sometimes, and my black kin don't necessarily understand some of my cooking, so it's all right.
It definitely had me confused. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's okay. It's okay.
I meant it with sincerity.
Right. I understand. No. I have no hard feelings. I definitely appreciated you guys taking some time out and testing out my theory that white girls can cook. So I do appreciate all of that. Before we get into everything that we got to talk about today, I do want to give a shout out to Growing Wings Adult Services. They are one of Women's Health Summit's big time supporters and sponsors. Lisa Summers.
We love you, Lisa.
We love you, Lisa. We miss you, Lisa. So I did tell Lisa that here pretty soon, I'm going to have her on our show at the end of the year, because I guess I have to invite my friends to my show in order to see my friends. So Lisa's going to be back in December.
Oh my God.
So I'm so awesome. But she is hiring right now. If you want to hang out.
You are awesome.
Thank you.
Talk to her.
I'm always busy, so I got to invite y'all to in order to see you guys' faces. So I miss you guys. So
I have a comedy show every week, but
I hear you. I totally heard the underlings of that, but that's all right. That's all right. We're gonna move on. But Lisa is hiring if you want to hang out with a bunch of awesome people. This is a place where you can bring some adult people with disabilities to hang out with cool people. Lisa's got all kinds of activities that you can do throughout the day, so definitely check them out. You can seek Lisa for any questions that you have. And also Photography by Rosabelle. They are our other big supporter and sponsor. Rosabelle is doing all kinds of stuff all year long, but currently she is working on some platforms with the winter coming up, as well as finishing up some fall stuff that she's been doing. So definitely check out Photography by Rosabelle as well as her Rosabelle page. All right. So before anything else happens, I got to tell you guys, we are growing in the last 2 weeks. We went from 1,500 people following us on Facebook to now we're at 1,631 friends on Facebook. That is awesome. Thank you guys for joining us. I am so happy you guys are here joining us for this mission. It is amazing what we are doing. So definitely, if you're joining us on the show right now, please hit that share button so we can reach as many women as we possibly can. Instagram, we're still not reaching that many people, but we love our followers. We have 64 followers on Instagram, and our Phoenix tribe is growing. We are now at 187 ladies in our tribe. So thank you so much, ladies, for finding us out there. I don't promote it. It's a private page just because you'll find it when you're supposed to find it. When you need help finding some help out there, you'll notice the invite and then you'll join us. Okay. So I am so excited to get started. We're going to be talking about some stereotypes today, but I want to introduce you to my guests that have joined us today. On my left is Maria, back from Meeting of the Minds. We met her there. We had a whole lot of stuff that we was.
Hello, hello.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and give us kind of an idea of you starting your shenanigans already too. Look at you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Maria.
Owner and chef of Lupe's Latin Cuisine.
Head chef.
Head
Owner
chef.
and chef.
Say it loud, say it
Only.
proud.
Emphasis on owner.
Owner.
Best.
Emphasis on head.
Chef.
Starting already.
That's it.
Hey. Hey, that's life. What's up? She said what she said.
That's all I'm focused on right now. I'm out of work due to a knee injury, but that's not going to stop me from doing my grind.
Amen. And you've been posting on Facebook some of those things you're thankful for, or what is that you're doing?
Since I've been out of work, I'm out of work for 45 days, just to focus on physical therapy. So every day I try and either post a picture of what's going on in my life that day, or I post a picture of what I make for dinner. And that's for my own mental health.
I appreciate that. That's what we do. So and see, folks, that's some people on Facebook.
11.
Okay.
On Facebook, not everybody posts their garbage. Some people post some inspiration because that's pretty inspiring. Keep yourself going, because I know you're a workaholic, and and 45 days is very long. It is a very long day.
Yeah, that's vicious.
Yeah, so
keeping my mind busy.
That's good. That's good. I'm so proud of you. Good for you. So we brought, as y'all see, Precious back to the fold. She had a whole lot of stuff going on at the Meeting of the Minds. We appreciated her thoughts on that. What you been up to since then?
Working and comedy. That's it.
What you got coming up?
What's today? Oh, I got a show on Friday.
I'm gonna be there.
Is that the one I'm going to?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
At Hilarities.
Okay.
And then we also got Spokes and Jokes. I'm
Jokes.
vending for that.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
That's the one. That's the one that that's the one we're catering at, right? Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be there, and then shoot, I know I got some. Oh yeah, then I'm gonna be at the People with Sundays on December 12th. And
Sweet.
December 8th, I'm gonna be somewhere in Akron.
More to come on that one.
They were supposed to have been sending me the flyer last week, but they haven't. So, but anyway, I'm supposed to be in Akron December 8th.
So when you hear Precious's names going out over the loudspeakers, that's where she at.
Period.
Joining us once more is Mr. Terrence Knight. How you doing, TK?
I'm good. I'm here.
Yeah, it's a hard day. It's a hard day. I know.
It's I've had brighter moments, but it is what it is.
So what you got going on right now?
business wise, I done started a coffee brand. I've got the whole food service coming together. So I've got a culinary manager that's taking care of that. I'm just anything
amazing too.
Anything I can put my name and my company's name on, we gonna sell it, offer it, push it.
Let
We
me
gonna
tell
be
you,
a
folks,
one-stop shop.
Let me sample some of that. I think it was French vanilla, the enhanced French vanilla coffee. Oh my God.
So what, you put weed in it?
No, that's
Let me tell you
infused.
something. Listen,
That's
listen here.
infused.
Listen here.
That's not
listen,
enhanced. That's
listen,
infused.
Listen.
Well, I just
That
was
thought's
asking.
coming.
It sounded like
No.
it sounded like that's what it was.
No, that thought's coming. That's
okay.
that's definitely
'Cause
gonna come.
I know that everybody about to, they got the weed legalizing by this time next
Yeah.
year. Everybody gonna have weed and shit. You ain't gonna know what to eat.
Man, well, I'm
gonna
looking
all
at
be
that,
scared
though.
to go to the grocery store.
No, I'm definitely looking at that though. We're gonna have weed infused hard candy, coffee, hard candies, everything. Like I've been putting the coffee thing together for a while and finally found a manufacturer that I wanted to go with. That I was able to,
and it's good stuff
work
too.
with.
It is
So
good stuff.
it's,
So
you know.
definitely, we've been sharing. We've been sharing your flyers and stuff
Yeah,
since you put it up. That
I've had to
so people get the word out on that coffee. You don't understand, that shit's good as hell.
And that's what I've heard. For everybody who has tried and has bought, has said that it's coffee for coffee drinkers, not somebody who just drinks coffee.
Yes.
But if you are a coffee drinker,
smooth
it's
as
a
hell.
coffee drinker.
You don't even know you're drinking coffee.
I'm a tea drinker, so I roll. We have teas. We have some teas too, some loose leaf teas. I like to make my own. I'm not saying that on this show. I already feel like I've been set up as it is.
Well, it's legal.
I'm not jumping into
We're
that.
completely legal.
Yeah,
wow.
whatever.
It's legal.
But
if you could talk about liquor and wine, you could talk about weed.
You
in
should.
Ohio.
You should.
You should.
This is Ohio.
And trust
now.
me, trust
It's
and
legal.
believe,
But it's
people
definitely
you
gonna
don't
happen.
even know smoke weed, and
I know.
they you know.
I did.
I
door-to-door
can guarantee
sales
we didn't
for
pass
10
that.
years.
Say that.
Everybody smoked weed.
Well, I was going to say we didn't pass issue 2 because we don't have a whole bunch of people that do marijuana or THC or any other form of it.
I'll be seeing them in
Everybody done. I probably say a good population these days does it. So if they didn't, issue 2 wouldn't have passed. That's all there is to it. So those that don't agree with it, well,
fuck 'em.
world's a changing. World
That's
is a
usually the
changing.
problem. They won't let nobody fuck them, so they ain't getting to that point yet. Where it's like, you know what, roll me one up now, right now.
How many professional rollers there might be out now?
Man.
Oh man, think of the jobs out there.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Precious, somebody hire you.
Yeah. Snoop just did that like a couple years ago.
Yeah,
He
didn't
gave
he?
his
Yeah, he
gave his
did.
professional roller like a $20,000 raise. And
Shit.
Yes, when I start going on the road, when we get on the road with this wrestling and this game and get to moving,
I wish I would pay a nigga to roll some shit.
I shit, roll that shit.
Give it here. Is you paying him to do that shit? Give me that damn. Give it here.
I
Let
sure
me-
the
I'll
hell
roll that
am.
shit up for free. As long as I can smoke.
Roman, let's do this right now.
You know you gonna smoke.
Exactly.
You know what's really
As long
funny?
as I smoke for free, you don't gotta really pay me nothing.
No, that's another stereotype though too. Is stoners is another stereotype. People think that stoners are lazy. We ain't lazy out here in the world, you know.
For people's need to know, marijuana actually blocks the part of the brain that lets you be lazy. It blocks that shit off.
Talk
If you
your
don't
shit.
believe me, you can look it
Talk
up for
your
your damn
shit.
self.
I don't know
Being
about
lazy is a choice
Talk your
that
shit.
you do on your own. We can have that conversation all day long. I had this conversation with people all day
I
long.
have sat here and listened to all these
People
friends of
use
mine's
that as a
conversations.
How many
and
people
stuff.
you know that be like, let me roll up so I can get this shit done?
I do that
happen all the time.
all the time.
That's-
Who goes to work if you have a job that
You
does
be
not
high.
exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have a job that you can't smoke at, I'm with you. Don't do that.
Like a
shit.
nurse
Stay
or a
away
doctor.
from it.
Yeah, but you know,
But if you got it, I've been in the restaurant business for 25 years.
You need
I'm
to
not
smoke.
going to a restaurant. I'm not
no,
going
the
to work.
healthcare. I will
So you
say
got me-
this: the
I do
healthcare
sales.
industry still does have strict.
Very right.
Now,
That's
you-
a-
unless you
but
wanna get
that's a
cussed out
choice-
back.
But that's a choice for your career, your money. By
Right,
all
right.
means, that's
Absolutely.
a free pass.
That's the reason why you ever notice Indian salespeople cuss your ass out because they ain't smoking.
None.
But the American salespeople
Be like, all
we
right.
be like, okay, yes, sir, have a great day.
Yep.
If Indians be like,
In your
yes,
most
fuck you,
polite-
motherfucker,
Right?
because they not allowed to smoke because they Muslim now. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm good.
So speaking of, let's dig in a little bit on the stereotypes.
Oh, that was a stereotype. Didn't
That
I just say
was,
that?
yeah.
I stereotype all the time. That's why mine's what I was so hard for me to think of somebody stereotyping me. I'm like, all these motherfuckers I be stereotyping. Y'all want me thinking when somebody did it to me?
Well,
I'm
and
on
that's
the
actually what stereotyping is. By Google definition, it is a widely held. There I go again. I think it's me. I think it's my mic. I was crackling last time.
And mine just did it too.
It is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified idea or image of a particular type of person or thing. It is considered a prejudice, which is a negative feeling about an individual, or a discrimination, which is behaviors that are negative towards an individual. So that is by definition what a stereotype is. But what I want to know is, have you ever stereotyped someone?
Hell yes.
Be a liar and say you did.
Right.
Hell yes.
For
All
real.
day, every day.
For
That's
real.
At one
that's
point.
all I
Man.
do.
I'm sorry. As a business owner, it's almost becomes an art.
That's
You
all
have
you
to
do.
be
I'm a
Yes.
salesperson.
Oh, yeah.
You like,
I'm in
this
sales.
gonna be one. I'm sorry. This gonna be one of those.
No, I think
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
You.
Yep.
Man, come on, man.
Look, me and doing my little pop-ups. I see somebody walking, I'm like, they gonna give me problems.
Yep.
But you know what? I'm gonna give them their food with a smile on my face,
Right?
because once they taste it, they're gonna change their mind.
Now, see,
This is
I
why you're the
am one
best
of
in
these
business.
people that doesn't necessarily, if it's in your head, it's not necessarily, it's when you voice that to other people that it
Yeah.
becomes toxic. Like when you're standing around talking about this or that. Now, I'm not going to say that people don't do that, because I did that. I do that. And I catch myself doing that, and I got to correct myself because karma's a bitch. So, and I know I've been judged, and that's why I wanted to talk about stereotypes, is because the fact that I live in a multicultural tribe, and it took me having to put my prides aside to learn a thing or two about other people's stereotypes. So that's why I asked, is because in my world, I grew up a strict Christian. So if you weren't a Christian, you were going to hell. And I had to save you from doing that, whether you asked me to or not. So that is why I also
What
go
a mind fucking kid.
They teach you, they condition you to think that way.
That is why I also went through this self-healing journey that I went on, is because not only did I take that stereotype, but also the stereotype of being the perfect mom, being the perfect wife, being all of these things that you think that you're supposed to be because of what the Christian church teaches women to be submissive. Now, I know I have a lot of Christian followers out there, and I love you to death, and a lot of my friends are Christians. And I am not saying that I am not, or I am. I am just saying that the church itself over the years has caused a lot of conditioning and a lot of stereotypes to be born. And that is the God honest truth. And nobody can argue that point because of how many times in the Bible we talk about the heathens because they don't, on the pagans. And a lot of the Christian holidays are based off of pagan holidays because they did not want their people celebrating paganism. They wanted them to celebrate Christianism. So that is also that too. But they also did that on purpose. So, I mean, honest to God, Christians will tell you that Jesus was not born in the winter. He was born in July, actually, in the time frame, because it was during the census. And because it was the census, that was the time of year that Jesus was born. So he wasn't technically born in December. We celebrated in December because of the fact that the winter solstice is the 21st.
He got by the Census Bureau?
Huh?
The Census Bureau.
Yeah.
They counted him in the census?
Yeah, that Census Bureau.
The Census Bureau.
They found
the Census Bureau. In the Census Bureau.
But those are the different types of stereotypes that I had to let go of. because the fact that, and it's a very humbling experience when you see somebody that you have perceived as this or that, and you find out that's a facade that you're struggling with. You know what I mean? So, Precious, you said you stereotype. Tell us a
All
story.
the time. All the
Tell us
time.
a story about
Every
you
time.
stereotyping.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, it's different. I stereotype all the time. In my mind yesterday, this is bad.
In my mind.
In my mind yesterday, I was driving. I had went to Detroit or whatever. So in my mind, I was driving and I was categorizing the different type of like the sexy reds compared to like the Megan Thee Stallion ratchets. You know what I mean?
It was a long drive.
She looked like she ski.
It was a long drive to Detroit.
She looked like she ski.
So I do it all the time. Like it's a like I was thinking in my head, it's levels to ratchetness because Meg Thee Stallion is ratchet.
That's fair.
But
that's fair.
She ratchet up here right below, right before you get to bougie. That's Meg Thee Stallion.
That's fair.
Sexy Red is fair. Right here at the bottom. She the bottom of the bottoms.
That's fair.
And right below her is Sukiyana.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either.
That's the one who.
That's the brown booty hoe.
That's the one who wanted to suck on the president. I want to suck on the president. Joe Biden is the president.
And now I gotta look that up now.
So yeah, that's Sukiyana right up under there. And I was trying to see what part of ratchet was I in, and I was like, I'm more like Kaya. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's just. I know the white people ain't understand it, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about.
I followed a little.
So yeah. So I was stereotyping myself in that instance, but I was trying to get. I could put that as a joke. Okay, good.
Girl, write that. Write that.
I tried to fight that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Tim will snip that clip for you.
I put that together in my mind on the car drive yesterday. Like, so man. Yes, I do that, and then on the flip side, like I just said about I just used the example just now when I said about the Indian situation. When they call you. When you talking to a salesperson or a bill collector from India is different than talking to somebody in America. That's a stereotype. I'm sorry, because I know they all not probably like that, and I'm sure some Americans is acting like how I'm envisioning them. But for the most part, in my experience, if I'm talking to an Indian person, they trying to get money out of me for whatever reason, they tend to have cussed me out quicker than the American, whether black, white, or whatever Asian. They can be Indian American, but I can't tell by their voice. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, no. And they push the issue, even if you're talking $3. They're talking $3.
So I just feel like that's a stereotype, and that's my example.
Okay. What about you, Terrence?
Me stereotyping somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, listen. It's my job in certain Western names to be the bad guy, but that means I have to read. Like, is it always such stereotyping, or is it just reading people though? Like a lot of it is reading people, and if you've done it enough, you're
like Maria was saying that one customer that you know,
right? And I bet you that was she looked out and seen him, his body language, how he was walking. If you're coming into a place of business to spend money, see what this place is about, you're kind of going to have let's see what we're doing here. But if you coming in, man, I don't know if I can. You padding the pockets, you catching padding. This is stuff that you look at as you move up. You don't perceive this as a stereotype, but you coming in, you padding your pockets.
So you mean to tell me you never walk up in a room and sized up the room?
Oh, are you kidding me? Every time. Are you what?
That's
yes,
what
you have to. But where the I think the disconnect comes in is you size up the room, but you let the room give you the size.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can size it up, but you gotta. Okay, just because I think that's how it may be. Let me see if that's what they do. Yes, absolutely. Oh man, yes, and I'll be the first one to tell them. But that came from one of my worst stereotypes, I didn't talk about it on there because I really have blocked it out because it bothered me that bad though, was when I first moved to Findlay. I started working at this restaurant there called Cheddar's. And I walked in
Cheddar's.
and I was immediately the biggest person on staff. And the manager there, who was the biggest person on staff until I got there, told everybody that I wasn't going to be able to do it, wasn't going to be able to make it. Fast forward 3 weeks, I was running that kitchen by myself. Lunchtime, sending people on break, getting them out of there.
You just don't know what kind of people.
And he came up to me and he apologized and he told me that he told everybody that, and that I surprised him in that. And that kind of was like, whoa, okay, that's accountability.
Oh no!
I tried. I tried, people. I tried.
I know.
But that was
he wasn't on the plug.
So that's one of those that I will, if I stereotype you or if I just misjudge something about it, I'll let you know in a heartbeat. Look, man, I fucked that up. So listen,
like I just did there.
Yeah, that's what we do around
and
here.
that's true though.
But I'm accountable.
We do. We take accountability.
I agree with something you said, but I kind of disagree because I feel like if I thought it happened. So I count my thoughts. So like what he said, usually what I'll do is I'm not gonna say nothing right away. I wait for them to show me. Now in my mind, like you said, I might think, okay, I gotta watch this person, and then
yeah,
I'll let it happen first. When I was younger, yeah, of course I might say something like, oh Lord, but as just because I've experienced a lot of stereotype, like I said before, I will never, unless it's like a jokingly way, I will never purposely try to down someone.
Right.
And when I'm stereotyping, so I count it. Whether it's whether I'm being malicious or whether I'm being, just genuinely like, I call it being honest. And some people they think just because you're being honest, you're trying to, it's like something behind it. But I'm just trying to point out to you the facts without no feelings behind it.
Right.
So majority of the time, even with us,
a correction of action too, that you might be pointing out to them.
Exactly. Even with other Black, that's why I'll be trying to say, like, I'll say stereotype, because even with other Black people, I do this. I'm not doing it because you're white or because you're this race or because you're that.
Right.
A lot of people feel like because you saying that because I'm white and my ancestors. Not because of that. It's because I've seen it before. and
it led to nothing good.
And usually whether this person was intentional like me, I like to look at things from outside the window, because I know inside sometimes it's a different feeling. You sweating, you involved, but when you move outside and you look in and you look at the whole situation and try to understand the other people's why they doing that, then it's a different thing. So am I telling, like he said, am I really stereotyping, or am I telling the truth? Am I just telling what I see and what a pattern that I've noticed?
That could be too, but it's also...
Did I stereotype her as a Browns fan because she had a hat on? No, I assessed her. She had a Browns hat on. In my mind, she's a Browns fan. Or right? You know what I'm saying?
She just put it on. That's her husband.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So that was so there you go though.
It matched her outfit.
But there you go though. See what I'm saying? No, exactly. So but that's it.
I'm supporting my Browns fans.
There you go.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's go with it. I'm okay with that. But that's not all stereotypes are bad. Can we talk about that though?
We're gonna talk about that.
And some stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason.
Because I will tell you.
Because I do love chicken.
Bro! Oh my God.
Me too. Chicken wings, to be exact.
Thank you.
Okay.
Give me chicken.
It don't even matter. I eat the bird.
Let's talk about that for a minute. I did not like wings this much until I started hanging out with my Black friends. and now
y'all wasn't making them right.
And that's not a stereotype. That's a fact. When that's all they eat, folks, you start loving that shit. Let me just put that out there.
I like Jamaican food too.
Oh, I do too.
In fact, that's where I'm thinking about it, because that's where I'm going as soon as I leave here. And I stereotype Jamaicans too. If I come in there in your Jamaican restaurant and you not listening to reggae music,
man,
you ain't giving me that Jamaican
it ain't nobody.
vibe.
It ain't no man. It can't be a lady in the kitchen at the restaurant. It got to be a man
bumbleclotting his way through the order.
You don't order Chinese food from Chinese restaurant that the chef is white.
Exactly.
Because around here, half of them are Hispanic.
Okay, look.
I was just about to say in Texas, all the Chinese restaurants, Mexicans cooking.
No, I did see Chinese people at a Taco Bell and Mexicans at a Chinese restaurant
in Texas.
My homie Juan is from Puerto Rico. He was running Panda Express.
I'm just saying. I know we're not making fun of that, but we're just having fun, guys.
I went there often.
And it was good too. It was good.
So this is why TK might feel set up, because we also got to talk about stereotypes of other women and stereotypes of men. So that is something that I do believe is still a hot topic and a very, very sensitive topic for a lot of women. Is being stereotyped as a wife and a mother is a huge one out there. Women that choose not to have children feel ostracized.
But what kind of women are these? Because I ain't
That's
never.
a valid question.
That's a
valid
I'm
question.
glad you asked it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay,
I'm
because
just glad you
that's never.
asked
That's
my-
not
my-
something
it's-
that's. I don't know. I'm not.
And
these
here's
not the
why.
women's.
And here's
I'm not
why
one of
I
them
asked the
women's.
question. If you see a man that don't want to work, lazy, don't want to do nothing, he gets the same shit back. What kind of man is that? Well, what kind of man do you still live at your mama? How yada yada? You don't want to work. You ain't yada yada. You get the same shit right back. Now we didn't create this world of, well, it has to be 100% equal. Okay, we didn't create that. We did not create that. We did not create. I won't even put that on all women.
Some
that was
women
not
did
on.
that.
It was that. There was
Bitches that wasn't getting no dick did that.
Man,
I was waiting. I was waiting.
Talk
I
your
was
shit.
waiting. She
No,
was going there.
we were cool. But now it's like it's the whole, you know, well, why won't they let a female into the NBA? Nobody ever thought about the other way around with that. And they gave us a movie on it before. What if LeBron James says, you know what, I'm 38, I don't want to play here no more. I want to go play in the WNBA because I still want to play ball, but I can't keep up here with them anymore now. Now what?
Right.
Now what?
Let them play because he a woman.
But see,
and we let them feel the way they want to feel.
And I said the same thing when I was here for Lex's show when we had the Men's Health Summit, and the young lady was here and she was go for it. Yeah, they want to play. I'm like, really? I'm like, so you would let your daughter go out on a court with a 6'9", 285, 290 pounds.
If she was 6'7",
completely
270 pounds. Yes.
Even still, if you take, you can do that, but at some point in time, they're going to have to run up against each other.
You gotta have some
I don't
iron
care
balls.
how, but
if they got the iron balls to go out there and play against them people, then let them play.
I don't
listen. This the
but
thing.
They wouldn't have the iron balls to do it unless they were being told to go ahead and do it. It's okay to do it. We've always had women that could. Cheryl Miller would have cooked. There's a basketball player named Cheryl Miller, Reggie Miller's
You do realize
sister,
that these issues aren't a real issue between women's rights, right? These are just concocted. They're concocted issues.
That's the problem. We have so many concocted ones.
We're not talking about the real issues between men and women.
Word of the day.
What's the real issue then? Tell me, because I don't know.
Women aren't focusing on themselves and men aren't focusing on themselves, and that's pretty much it. If you focus on what makes you happy, what makes you better, you're going to be better all the way around. You're not going to create.
Absolutely.
You're not going to create an issue. If you are all about the right thing, doing the right thing, you don't have to think about it. You're just going to do it.
Nobody can make you happy.
So the real true issue is stop focusing on projecting what's wrong with you on somebody else and start owning that shit. Number one, hands down, is accountability.
On both sides. Your finger wasn't quick enough for that one.
It's on like 3 pages later. Like
That was an impregnated pause.
That's
too.
a good one. Well, here's the thing, because I actually agree with you. I just like always taking, like I said, I like taking.
I like debating
approach of other people.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Devil's advocate.
I
debating
love being
when.
devil's advocate. I love it.
No, I like debating when it's about debating, not about my feelings and your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I like debating. When you start putting your emotions into factual exchange, then it's no longer a debate. I'm trying to learn from you and you're trying to learn from me. That's a debate. I'm not trying to sell you on my shit. I'm just trying to tell you from my perspective, this is how I see things. And if you see things the same way, sweet. If not, I'm going to learn something new.
Yeah, I think that we all, like you said, should be focused on like what you said. We should be focusing on ourselves. Like I said earlier, I was programmed early. I had the fortunate I guess I don't know what I'm thinking. The word things nice enough to expose me to self-help.
No.
Self.
That's why I'm sitting perfectly still. I know it's not me.
My F and S's be messing up in my mouth sometimes, but self-help agenda was pushed on me early on. So not focusing on always the negative in the situation, but sometimes but mostly the positive on what I took away from or the lesson that I learned.
Right.
So,
and I think it's also important when you're in an issue or a situation and you're trying to resolve that particular thing, to take your emotions out of it for the moment. You're trying to figure out a way through the issue, and having emotions does not help in any way get you through that situation. Cry afterwards if you got to. Punch a bag afterwards if you got to, but get the job done first ahead of time, and then feel what you're going to feel afterwards. And sometimes you don't even feel the same way after you get through something, because typically it's the hard stuff we're trying to get through that we want to bitch about, really, truly.
Exactly.
And Maria's sitting over here with her spiked eggnog over here being all quiet and shit. So I do want to read you guys something. It was an article, a short article that I found that I really truly think it speaks to what we've been talking about. It says, first of all, what is stereotype? According to Google, a stereotype is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type of person or thing. To simply put it, a stereotype is when you judge someone based on their appearance, behavior, or race. Stereotyping is something that happens every day, usually before meeting or actually knowing someone. It has been proven that in an instant we meet someone or a few moments after encountering a new person, we've already formed an opinion of them, therefore creating a stereotype. So here's some questions to ask yourself. Excuse me. What if the smart kid is extremely popular and has loads of friends? What if the guy in designer clothes wore it only for a special occasion? What if the girl with blonde hair had the capability to win a Nobel Peace Prize? What if the teen mom was raped and kicked out of her house because she didn't want to give up her unborn child? What if the most law-abiding person we knew was covered in tattoos and marks? What if the beat-up car held precious memories for the owner and he was actually a billionaire? It's kind of what your story was. You don't know, based off of how I look, you don't know what kind of financial situation I'm in. What if the Asian passed their driving test with flying colors, having no problem at all?
Who the hell wrote this?
Wow.
I couldn't even get through that one. I couldn't even get
What if the
through
woodchuck could chuck wood?
Hey, that was terrible. That example was terrible.
That was wrong.
That was out of control.
Being so close-minded in this world is going to the extent of defining someone by the color of their skin, the way they talk, or what they wear. Defining someone by their hair color and acting like you know who they are based off of nothing more than knowing their first name. The thing is, we will never know a person unless we take the time to actually get to know them, to sit down and have an actual conversation. So that's a way that kind of sums up, in my opinion, stereotyping. If we took the time, instead of using that knee-jerk reacting of our experiences in the past, because I will tell you, I have surprised a lot of people, a lot of new friends, a lot of new people in my life over the last couple of years, because my appearance, you wouldn't know I cuss every single day. I drop F-bombs every single day like it's a second language. You wouldn't know that by the way that I look or perceive myself, because I have that personality, but that's another stereotype. So let's talk about what we can do to avoid having stereotypes. What do you think you could do to change that, Maria?
Because I was about to say, I'm not changing it. I'm definitely still gonna be judging you by how you look.
I sit in a room and I people watch.
Absolutely.
I can't help that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But that also goes that, but see, you also have to look at the factors of that, where you are, your demographic, where you at the time, because there's certain places that you at, you better stereotype everybody and keep an eye on that room at all times.
That's what stay woke means.
Man, listen,
that's
say
what
that
to
shit
pick up on.
again.
He just defined what staying woke was.
Like you know, and it's fucked up to say, but it's the truth. You have to know your rooms. You have to know your area where you at, what you doing.
Yeah.
I'm all for having awareness. But if you look at that person and say, they've got stains on their t-shirt or something, so you automatically assume they're homeless, that's
so like punching down is what you're talking
about.
We're not talking about punching down. We talking about
we talking about showing up in the neighborhood and having to be like, okay,
they got flags and they
that's that's in his left pocket. And you know what? I'm gonna go. He got that in his left pocket. I'm about to go this way.
I'm starting to feel like we shouldn't have had them sit next to each other.
He just understand what's going on. You see, that's all. And see, I understand what you're saying. See,
I'm not talking
because
about
good. It's not good. It's not just good or just bad stereotypes.
Right.
And so, in order to be able to survive and make it, or survive in some instances, or go further than where you're trying to be at, trying to get from here to there, you're gonna have to use some of these ways. It's just that you just can't do it blatantly. You can't just rely heavily on those stereotypes or express them to the person in their face and or treat them differently because of the stereotype. That's
the point right there.
That what you think.
That's the point right there.
So,
don't be treating them differently because you have a
until
stereotype against them.
Until they show me this is how they move, and I'm gonna treat them. I'm gonna treat everybody the same. But once you show me that you move in the way that I think you was gonna move, I just need to be aware of it already.
I think that's really a good balance to have. Is I always say have a guard up about people because you don't know, and people. I've had too many wolves in sheep's clothing, I gotta say. So definitely have an awareness. But again, like you were saying, just because it's your stereotype. And sometimes I even check myself. I'll be like, do you see that chick over there? Like, I want to make sure I'm not the only one that's crazy over here thinking the same thing, like the attitude or whatever. Because I do check myself. That's part of, Tim, get ready for it. That is part of accountability. That's right. Now, to answer Dub's question, because Dub's up in here like a tampon, talking some kind of scenario about banks and being billionaires and giving him money. I'll tell you
that's a different type of You're right about what he's saying. You're right, sir. That's not what we talking about, though.
No,
we say we stereotyping.
We stereotyping that person across the way, where you're sitting there thinking that just because they have a smile and they're laughing and they're having a good time, that they got it all together. They ain't necessarily got it all together, and that's an assumption of somebody. So that's what I talk about a stereotype.
What I'm talking about is like, okay, we in the hood. It's 9 o'clock or 12 o'clock. It's dark outside, and I'm just trying to go in there and get some of this good ass food that they got in the gas station that they cook inside the gas station.
Man,
but it's 3 niggas standing out there. I don't know if these is normal niggas, or if these killer
that's
niggas,
awareness.
or if these
That's
robber
just
niggas.
aware. That's
but
just
I'm stereotyping them
but
because they niggas.
Same thing, though. It's the exact. That's true. That's awareness, but it's the exact is awareness and stereotyping not the exact same trait, though. It's the exact same trait. You have to use the exact same
I don't
things
know,
to
that's
do both.
a fine line. That's a
but
fine
you
line,
use,
though.
but just like she said, you do that to do both. You're not necessarily looking at them in that way to stereotype them, but okay, I have to at least keep some of a watch because I don't know.
No,
I'm on 55th, East 55th.
No, because I gotta tell
and they
you,
standing outside at the gas station. I don't know if they trying to get some coochie, trying to get some kills, or trying to get some food. I don't know what they doing.
Hell, they might be even trying to sell you gas station weed for all you know.
They might just be trying to come up,
man. Or they could
be just stranded,
chilling. Right? So you know what I mean. But you still have to approach that with all right, just in case.
What y'all niggas on?
A lot of problem is with that when it comes stereotype is people will stereotype and then jump on the stereotype and run and you know what I mean, and act on it.
Yes.
That's when it becomes hate.
Yes.
That's when it becomes hate. This is just you as a shitty person using this to mask you being a shitty person.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is that
everybody in the world stereotypes, but not everybody's like, okay, I'm just gonna. What's wrong with you?
But see, I don't even see it as stereotyping because if it looks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it's a duck. You know what I'm saying? So it
might be a chicken wearing duck clothes though. So
that's that
duck inside of a turkey inside of a chicken.
I watched the movie the other day when the wolf was inside the human.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
His mouth was sticking out, and they still didn't know.
How do you not know if a wolf's sticking out your mouth? I tell you what,
people got bad hygiene, bad teeth hygiene.
I have a scenario.
Oh,
go ahead. This might be, and this is like,
oh, this gonna be good. She been pondering on this shit.
No, because I don't know how to word it. Like, it's stereotyping is not just about race either. I am a part of the alphabet gang community. I'm a part of the community, and being in the restaurant industry, I've seen customers stereotyping their servers because your server is, I'm sorry, gay as fuck. They sound gay as fuck. They're like, oh, I don't want you. Why? They're going to give you the best service. And I know that personally, but you want a different one? Okay, well, here's this person. They're straight, by the way. They got shitty ass service from them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Good
point.
It's not just about race. It's about their orientation too. That's sad.
It is. I do.
Well, I didn't want to bring that up in there because you ain't supposed to be stereotyping them out loud. So,
man,
I mean, I'm a part of the community. Like I said,
that's on that list.
That is one community that don't fuck around.
But it happens and it's sad, and we need people to speak about it.
I love. Listen, I've always had somebody gay for some kind of gay friend. Damn, I sound like a white person. I got a black friend. Never mind.
I was waiting for
Never mind.
I was waiting for it. I'm not racist.
I've always had one.
I'm not racist.
I've had the one that comes to
my mom and daddy's brother cousin.
Oh,
I know this one black guy.
Oh man.
Have you ever
Let's change the subject?
Moving on. Have you guys ever defended somebody that's been stereotyped?
I'm sure I have. Yeah. I don't remember it, but I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
In what way?
Man, I've been in restaurants a long time, so that's you kind of. I've defended certain cooks that will come in and it's the restaurant industry. I've been in for a long time, so I was in the restaurant industry back when all they wanted was the drug addicts. Not they weren't keeping them away. We wanted the drug addicts in the kitchen. This is just what it was back then. We did. You can go anywhere you want.
Explain that one.
Restaurants have not been drug testing for long.
No,
at all. They have not. You used to listen. I have a.
So the
I
drug
have a.
addicts
They claim that I don't. Do we? Are you kidding? I don't want your. Listen here.
For real?
Who eats from a skinny chef?
Holy shit! I've been thinking all wrong all these years.
I'm just saying.
Holy shit.
I'm just saying. Again, that's another stereotype. But if you walk into a restaurant and the chef is skinny, it just see what I'm saying? It just is. It can be dead wrong, but it's one of those.
Another stereotype, right?
That doesn't. How? You know what I'm saying? But it did.
Not to say that skinny chefs can't cook.
And at the same time,
that's
what I'm
bad
saying
because I feel the opposite. When I look at somebody that's a little heavy, I'm like, that nigga eat anything. You can't trust them.
I was just about to say that. Skinny people can't digest a lot of food. So they usually make sure they flavor.
So they're not cooking it.
And making sure their flavor is right, because when they do eat it, they want that bite to be amazing. Exactly. They can only take 3 bites in. But I'm telling you,
auntie arms.
Man,
Baby, listen
here.
I'm holiday certified.
She got
absolutely right. You got to have.
You got to hear that when she's stirring.
Sound like so totally different.
I didn't know that's what she was about to say. They was doing.
Yeah.
Something being stirred.
That sounds like something's being beat. Not
Folks, you never know where my show is gonna go.
Oh shit!
But that's true in the restaurant industry too. Get your servers, your waitresses,
and it's that stereotype is so weird. But I've been in restaurants for 25 years in different restaurants. Every restaurant I've ever worked in has the same set of servers. You have the host, the server. You always have that. I've find me one that's not a morning, noon, and night server that doesn't have the 1 or 2 older servers that always open the store. They always want to open the store so they can be in and be out quick. It's at this point, it's not necessarily a stereotype, but this is what people like. This is their schedule. I was one of them second shifters. Let me come in, knock out lunch and dinner. Sometimes and I'm out. I don't want to close. I don't want to open. Give me the middle. Let me work that double. Get us through all the work, and then y'all can close this bitch and I'm out. Whatever. But it's the truth, and that shit is.
It's so funny that I'm reading this comment right here, because the first I knew, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing I'm about to say, but I love you, Melanie. But I knew that you was gonna be a white woman. I knew it. From the first comment that he put, and this is a stereotype, but I didn't want to say it, and I'm not trying to offend you, but I knew she was gonna be a white woman from the first comment that she put on there. Did you see the first comment she put on there? It was something about religion.
And, I saw that.
I was like, oh, that's a white woman.
Yes,
but that's all.
No, and I will tell you what. I will tell you what. I have met Melanie in person. She's my unbiological daughter. I found that term because I could never figure out how to explain my daughter, but she's my unbiological daughter. She's her step grandmother, and she is absolutely the most bubbly, fun lady in person. I completely agree with you, Melanie.
You got stereotyped, Melanie.
I stereotyped you.
Totally got stereotyped on that one. That's just like people come on my show and don't think they can cuss. Just because it's called Women's Health Summit. You don't think women go through shit? We talk our shit.
Thanks.
We cuss all the time to our girlfriends.
So if we say y'all don't go through shit, is that a stereotype?
Yeah, that's just an opinion.
Everybody go through shit.
Everybody go through shit. But that's also the thing that I think is most important for men and women, to see each other how we really are and not how we want them to be. I think that's really, truly the whole message with stereotyping. Look at me for who I am. Who am I presenting myself to you? Then that's who you should think that I am. Don't sit here and put all of your trauma, your garbage, because I look like somebody that fucked you over. I'm not that person. You can't put their shit on me.
I definitely double look at niggas that look like niggas I dealt with in the past.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I do. There's
the type of nigga that might do this.
It's hard not to.
There's certain females with certain names that I'm like, you get the away. I want nothing to do with you. Keep moving. Not today, Satan. Not today.
And that's how I feel about certain men. Like if they got one of them belts that don't like buckle, but just like
they just claps
together. Like I don't trust them men at all.
Yeah.
Like,
quick
you
to take
buckle
that.
Your belt.
Where you going? Hey,
that ain't fair.
I don't like wearing belts anyway.
That ain't fair.
I hate them.
No, but I think that is true. That it's unfortunate that sometimes our trauma does put us in weird predicaments with people because of you look like somebody that fucked me up one time and I can't fuck with you because of that. And they could be the most giving, most wonderful person, but I can't fuck with you like that because I'll never get past. And
That's
I'm
what
just
Usher
being
said.
honest with you. I'm never going to get past that about you. And that's the God honest truth. But is that stereotyping?
That's more of a self-preservation though, because that's not necessarily me saying that something's wrong with you. That's just saying something about you reminds me of something that's going to fuck with me. Why would I put myself in that position? I'm not saying you're not a good person or you're not the shit to be around. You just may not be good for me.
Right.
So
because I'm not necessarily going to react to you the way you want me to.
It's necessarily stereotyping with the on it to where that's just an awareness move. If you know, if you've been fucked up, and then you find somebody and somebody comes across you and they dress like them, they look just like them, they talk like them, that those are triggers. You know what I'm saying? And you go through stuff in life to not go through it again. So
that's exactly what Dub just said.
That's exactly what that's where that fine line comes in, because at what point is it stereotyping and what point is it just I'm protecting mine? I don't know if you're going to do that now, but I don't want to give you that opportunity to be.
Absolutely.
Yep. Put them comments up there so I can see them.
So let's talk about good stereotypes. We said that there's both. What's a good stereotype?
Like he said, the auntie arms. Oh yeah, my food about to be. Or you go to the restaurant and it's dirty. You like, oh, this food about to be banging.
all of us, we all grew up with what in our school lunches, the old school lunch lady that was either she big arms, she was out to here, and she looked like the auntie that you only saw once or twice.
She was our favorite one.
I'm trying to tell you something. Like I noticed the little box of Tino's pizza. How did you make this taste this good? How did you do this?
Right.
I know this.
Right.
But it's so that's, you know what I mean? Again, is that a stereotype, or is that something that we learned and we know? Our grandmamas, for the most part, was cook. Grandmamas and mamas would cook. Our grandma was the same. My grandmama didn't walk around. My grandma was a grandma. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's because they like that.
That's what you know.
They like that lard. That's why they look like that. They like that good lard in their food.
We eat. I mean, that's just, you know.
Well, and that's too, but that's also standard staple in growing up.
I'll give a stereotype that I have that's probably bad, but
she said probably bad. This is probably really good.
Okay.
All right. When I see a man with a mustache but no beard, I just automatically assume he either like young girls.
That 70s porn. That 70s porn stash. That's that 70s porn stash.
I'm telling you, I've told men like don't be wearing it like that.
When I see him with that stash, I
don't look right. That look was over in the 70s, guys. Don't do it.
They don't got no beard, just a mustache.
And again, another stereotype. Which one of us right now walk outside and see an all-white van with one window and want to at least look at it twice?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we have to get to a point of everything is not always bad. Everything's not always negative.
Not just the white van.
Absolutely.
I'm talking the FBI van. What about that one? That blue and dark.
That blue dark. Yeah. So you know.
No, but I think you're right. So I mean, stereotypes are good and bad. I think it's if you're projecting a stereotype, how you're going to treat that person. Based
the man with the mustache, I treat him real iffy.
Yeah, but you're going to treat him real iffy until you find out who he really is.
He got a wife.
Should be.
But you're gonna have to hurry up. And get me there though. Like this conversation need to go. This conversation need to go right real fast.
Right. Well, I will tell you that's the one thing that a lot of people say about East Side up in Cleveland is don't go to East Side after dark. We had a gentleman that passed away. I will not lie to you guys. We had a gentleman that passed away at work, and because of his connections, the family was having the funeral in a very shady part of the East Side. And pretty much every white person at my work was advised probably not a good idea if you go down there. Now, was it right or wrong? Or were they just saying, hey, you might not want to bother yourselves with that because of the fact that it could cause you some issues?
Is that
was
not
it facts?
Would you rather here's the question. Would you rather not have been given that warning and walked into some bullshit?
Exactly. That's a good
So
stereotype.
you know what I'm saying? So like, is that a
Right.
Are you calling that a stereotype, or is that just the look? This is a one. I'm telling you. You might not want to come down here. You can if you want to, but this is what it is. That's not really a stereotype.
I don't know if that is or not, because I've been the only white person in a predominantly Black community and felt perfectly safe, whereas another person might not. So I guess it depends. It really truly depends on where you're coming from, whether or not you're going to react negatively or positively.
And then it also depends on, again, with that, if we're staying on that one, what Black community are we talking about now?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's niggas and it's Black people. Chris Rock told you that.
Yeah, we got Black folk. You got Black folk.
And there's different types of Black.
You got Black folk. You got Black people. You got niggas. And then you have Black. Okay, and this is true.
And Black people is just the same as white people, but
Black. Yeah. But you got to do it in the voice TK did. You got to do the voice, the hoity-toity voice.
The word nigga is not a color; it's a mind state.
It is. Because I tell you what, when we talk about Karens, people don't understand. We white folks don't like them either.
The whole thing is Karen can be Black, and white people don't even know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But they just get offended.
That's what I'm saying. As there's a lot of stuff out
we
there
all
that
know
we
a Black Karen.
Yeah, they be the ones throwing shit at McDonald's, throwing the what's the name at McDonald's. Yeah, you seen that video?
Going behind the counter, getting them themselves. Or what about the one that fries?
Get your ass whooped.
The fries it was before Taco Bell had the nacho fries. And there was some lady throwing a fit, drunk as hell, talking about give me my fries, and Taco Bell don't sell fries. All right. I don't know where the hell you got the idea Taco Bell sells fries, but going back behind the counter,
blame it on the
They was definitely on some drugs.
Man, that damn water, boy, I'm trying to tell you.
So finally, what I want to point out, like we were talking about, fighting against the negative stereotypes, because as we learned today, guys, there are different types of stereotypes, and not all stereotypes are bad. It's not a bad thing to have, when you look at somebody and they're pristine, being in awe of somebody and their abilities, or their, I have sat there and stared at different women because their skin was flawless, and I couldn't stop staring at their skin, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to go and touch it. That's the difference, is you don't go and engage in a stereotype. If you're thinking it, you might be right or wrong, but you don't engage in it.
Well, I would say if you engage in that one, you'll find out the angry stereotypers, right?
Yeah.
Real fast.
Yeah, because we was even talking about, I think a couple of meeting of the minds ago, we were talking about Black women and their hair, and how if you flip the script, would white women be okay with you sitting there constantly touching their head? Hell no. So why are you doing it to Black women? I don't understand that. So that's another stereotype, is just because you think it's okay does not necessarily mean.
And then y'all white people that messed it up for me. I can't even touch niggas' hair no more. They be mad at me. I'm like, girl, I'm just trying to see these dreadlocks.
I want to know what you're made of, right?
And they be mad at me because of y'all.
We need it worse.
Tim, can I touch your hair?
And they got fresh juices and berries in it.
So some ways we can fight against the negative stereotyping is perception. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Embrace diversity. We are all different. We all come from different backgrounds, different ways of life, different seasons in our lives, and we're at different levels of healing. So maybe embracing the differences instead of pointing out the differences might be a better, healthier way to go with that. Ask questions first. Don't just assume. You think somebody is this or that, maybe ask them. I always say, in the dating world, people tend to push their objectives versus ask you what yours are, So maybe instead of when that person approaches you and they're flirting with you, maybe engage in something other than turning the other cheek and going the other way. Maybe engage them in conversation instead of thinking that they're a weirdo, because there's a lot of weirdos that are cool out there, me being one. So I tend to be the person that hugs versus handshake, because I feel that I'd rather be warm to you and engaging. Now, where that has gotten me in trouble a few times is people don't like to be hugged. So
I'm a toucher. Sorry. I like to touch people.
I figure if I hug you, that is my way of inviting you in instead of being standoffish, trying to figure you out. So that's why I always try to extend a hug versus a hand. Hands are for professionals.
Precious lift up my whole belly one day.
Yeah, I'm a toucher. I definitely probably touch.
How was it? How was his belly?
It felt like mine's, but a little bit heavier.
Okay. Well, that's one way of saying squishy.
She caught me off guard with it too.
It's a little bit heavier.
And finally, see people as human. These humans need the same things that you do. So that's something that to think about. You need love, you need affection, you need to be seen, you need to be heard. So do other people. So keep that in mind as well before you just assume.
We just need you to have common sense. Sorry.
That's hard for a lot of people.
You just gotta read the room sometimes. Sometimes you might read the room, so you might, but so you gotta always do it slowly.
But that's why I also say
into it.
ask.
Don't do too much. You don't even certain thing. If you feel like you need to ask, I mean, don't do it. Is it okay if I touch you here? No, nigga.
That means
not okay.
No. Don't. If you don't know them like that, don't do that.
Oh man.
Sometimes asking can be offensive, so that's why I'm saying don't ask.
It can be offensive.
You gotta know who you dealing with, and if you are not comfortable enough to well, some people don't read the room and they just be comfortable and they just do shit.
They just say whatever, and you're like, damn.
Oh Lord Jesus, have mercy. So yeah, you gotta know. You know what I mean? It's okay to push the boundaries, because I push the boundaries, but then if you realize that push was too much, then now you gotta dial it back a whole bunch, like extra dial back. Now you gotta calm it all down and start all over again.
Right.
You can't stay at that level of edge, because now people looking at you like you're weird. Like
also,
you said.
I think I do agree. We as humans do take that 5-second rule as to sum somebody up in 5 seconds from your appearance. And it's a bad habit that we have, because I will tell you how many times I probably got summed up and I was uber nervous being in front of somebody. So I'm going to act not like myself and have had a wrong perception of myself. And I've had to actually, once I got comfortable with that person, they saw a different side of me, and that's where they dropped some of their stereotypes of me. But you also have to take that into account too. Sense that person's energy. Usually if you sense a nervous energy, it's probably why they're acting weird in front of you. It's the first time meeting you. It might be a big deal for them to be in front of you. You don't know. Or just being out in public. Unfortunately, we do live in a world where people don't like being around other people. And it takes a lot for them to get out in public and be around other people. And you sizing them up in 5 seconds might be the very reason they no longer want to be around other people. So keep that in mind as well. And always, always, always keep in mind, it's all about not knowing that person might be going through something. So again, we come back to the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated, and then you'll never go wrong for that. So I actually want to kind of wrap.
I gotta interject to that, because it's not okay to tell people to treat others how you want to be treated, because you don't know how other people are okay with being treated. Treat others how you treat a grandmother. If your grandma was a bitch, not that one. Okay,
the other one, her sister. Treat her sister.
Treat everybody like how you would treat the president. Because
nah,
no, not the president.
Nah.
The pastor. Because the pastor was touching people back in the day.
Shit.
Lord Jesus,
back in the day.
Somebody will respect.
Backpedal.
Just treat people with respect. That's all. Because some people accepting this is why when they say treat others how you want to be treated, because other people will accept certain things that some people cannot. So it's not okay to treat. I don't even know how else to say it, but like me, I can't treat others how I want to be treated because they wouldn't understand it. So I have to treat people how I treat somebody at work until I get to know them, and then I ease into how, you know what I mean. It's just what I'm trying to say.
Okay. No, I see what you're saying. It's not the aunt auntie that is shit.
Exactly.
Her sister. It's the sister. Okay.
The pastor bending over people. Lord,
right. Don't be acting like the pastor. Act like no, can't even say that.
Can't
Never
even
mind.
say that.
Can't
the
even
teacher,
say,
I was gonna say the teacher,
no,
but they fucking
can't even
kids.
say that. Lord. Is there a wholesome individual out in the society today? I don't know.
Can't
but
even
be
say
those
children.
people. Be
Right.
those people. Be wholesome people.
Be
Can't,
nice.
Right.
Be
Can't
good.
even say be children no more. These little motherfuckers today.
Fuck them
Treat
kids.
people
These
like
motherfuckers
Andy
is
Griffin.
dead.
He's
Fuck
safe.
them kids.
Y'all watch Andy Griffin back in the day. That's how you treat people. How he treated people.
Okay, I'll agree with you, Deb, on that one. It's 2023, and some people have different ways they want to be treated. I will admit
That's
that.
what I'm trying to say.
That.
You feel me now?
Yeah,
non-binary treatment.
I agree with you that sometimes people want to be treated weird, and that might not be your thing, you know.
Because I want to be called ma'am, and then some people that look like me, they want to be called sir. So, or they.
No, they them.
They them.
They them.
And so.
He said, "I'll even the Amish."
Are gangsters. Yeah, so
they even have gangs these days. Shit.
Yeah, you see the big Amish pimp, the big Amish pimp thing they had. I said, what did y'all make that out of? Where did that come? What is going on?
They got Amish donuts.
Feeding your sheep.
Oh yeah, but they going.
What are you feeding your sheep?
They got Amish donuts. And they so delicious. That's probably what it is. Have you ever had an Amish donut?
Yes, I have actually. That shit's different. Oh, Tim, you gotta have one, bro.
Tim, you ain't never had no Amish donut,
bro.
Nah,
bro.
Never.
We making a
Roosevelt. That's for a different.
It's big as your head, by the way.
Listen, Claire.
So when we going?
It take an hour and 50 minutes to get there. I be thinking all the time, like, do I feel like going to get this one donut?
And then you get it and be like,
and I can't even eat it in one setting because it's big as a fucking
Who can't eat it in one setting?
Challenge accepted.
That's all I heard. That podcast.
I was looking at, and they don't even got a recipe on how to make that shit yourself, and they made it at they Amish, so you know they homemade, and they don't got no recipe nowhere on the internet.
They churned the butter. They fried up in.
Everything come from where they at.
Roosevelt's talking about some other summit. She's talking about how some people even like to be choked and gagged. So. That's a different summit. We're going to talk about that.
We talk about donuts, girl.
I don't.
John's. What do that
Amish
mean?
John's, like where
that thing.
Talking about the donuts.
I thought them was draws. Okay.
John's.
I thought that was draws. Okay. Never mind.
She pre-gamed a little bit. It's all right. It's all right.
I was just different slang.
So I do want to kind of wrap this up a little bit early because we got something we got to do.
Oh, well, let's do it.
All right. So, Maria, why don't you go ahead and give us all your ways of getting hold of you and reaching out to you and where they can find your business and all of that good stuff.
Because I'm definitely trying to hold you. Because she got them empanadas.
Facebook, Maria Torres. Instagram, Maria Torres. Also, Lupe's Latin Food. Lupe's _ Latin _ food. I have an event coming up. I'll be there with Precious on Friday. Spokes and Jokes at 6 City Cycles.
Oh, I'm slanging some empanadas.
Slanging empanadas, baby.
Slanging empanadas.
I think it starts at 8, and then there's a dance party at 9:30.
Oh shit!
8 o'clock, 8 o'clock too.
They told me, I'm letting y'all know now, they told me to make enough for like 50 people. So,
oh shit, guys.
What time you gonna be there so I can get there first?
I probably gotta be there like 7:30.
All right, I'm gonna be there right then so I can eat mine before the show starts.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's what they did last time too.
Yeah, I gotta get mine in before everybody else does.
I'm gonna try and hang out till the dance party, but I don't know.
I'm not dancing, partying.
What is that?
Right.
I'm sorry. I had a lot of Thanksgiving food.
I was about to be like, hey, turn your mic off, please. Turn your mic off.
It's a lot of Thanksgiving food.
But no, that's it. I think I'm in the process of working on another pop-up
Okay.
in Fremont. I want to do one before Christmas since I can't go back to work till January.
All right.
Oh, well, let me see if I can throw something together and get some people to pay. Sound like somebody opening the door in a scary movie. American Horror Story.
Nope.
This is Thriller.
DJ.
Y'all ever see them on TikTok with the feather? Doing that?
What's your algorithm on TikTok?
Tim, can you hear me?
Y'all ain't never seen them doing that? They be on there. It be
can't
at
hear
late at
myself.
night. Like you got to get up at like
Roosevelt,
3 in the
you hear me
morning.
now?
Yeah.
Start scrolling. They be on there with a pen on the mic.
Oh, my
Roosevelt said
God.
she
Oh, my
did.
God. Oh, my gosh.
Like people watch this, they be having like 2,000 viewers. What the fuck?
Oh,
Right.
we're having technical difficulties.
Tim, difficult.
We're having typical.
Tim over there tapping on the board.
It's awful sexy.
Sounds like the inside of the board starting to go.
Y'all seen that movie when the inside of the board was people? Y'all ain't see that? Oh, that's my TikTok too. Okay.
Well, while we doing that, let's
Ow.
wrap it up real quick.
I'm waiting for the bass. I'm waiting for the track to drop. That's the bass line right there. You can't. That's that old school. Dr.
Oh wait, I
Dre
hear myself.
bass line.
I'm back.
That's that old school Dr. Dre bass line right there. That's all that is.
Hello? Okay, so
Well, damn, Maria, she plugged you back in and you got all kinds of sounds coming out there.
Oh wait, there I go. Maybe.
Okay, all right.
Just look,
So, why don't you give us your what you got
Sound like
going on? 'Cause we're gonna be wrapping
Absolutely.
up here in a minute.
all right, so boom, it go like this. I'm on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, everything other than Facebook as Precious the Comedian. That's THA. It's not really spelled the real way. It's spelled the THA, the Comedian. And then what else am I on? Oh, you can go on my website. I got preciouscomedy.com.
Oh shit!
And then you can follow me on all of the social medias that way.
Oh damn! When did you get that
Actually, I've had it for about 3 or 4 months now, and I just forgot to mention it the last time.
I was gonna say I don't remember you picking it up last
I'm
time.
weak.
Can I edit to add and say that if anybody wants to follow my 45-day journey, to add me on Facebook.
There you go. Definitely follow her. She's got some good looking food that she posts on Facebook. I gotta tell you, for real.
Period.
TK, what you got going on?
I don't know where you want to start, but now you can find me on Facebook under my name Terrence Knight, or my company Knight Solutions, and that's with a Z at the end, not a S. You can find us under the KE gaming system on all the gaming channels, Discord, everything. We do like, so we got the coffee brand going off, so that's kecoffeesystem.com is the website for that. That's I don't know. I just kind of really don't want to do this last part, but I have to.
We gotta do it.
Really
We gotta
don't
do it. And then
want
it's
to,
over.
but
So my name's Jess, and I run the Women's Health Summit, and you can find us on Facebook under Women's Health Summit, and you can find us on Instagram on Summit Women's Health. We are going to take out the show. We had a fallen member of our tribe pass away on Friday. And it has rocked our world pretty hard. So we want to give tribute to Loud Boy. We miss you. We're not ready to have you gone. We're not ready. I don't know if you were ready, but we weren't ready. And you're going to be hellified missed forever and ever and ever. So we decided that we're not going to do a Phenomenal Woman of the Month. We want to give our tribute to Yo Loud Boy. Tim, go ahead and take us out.
Wake up in the morning and I start hitting liquors. Walk up in the trap spot like what up with them boots. Everybody in my circle winning, getting big cash. Rich man, I'm gonna die on rich man. Wrist glow, neck froze, sloppy toppy necklace. I'm that dope, dog food, crackers, dog, loud packers, all I smoke, 2 L6. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. I only got a cutie, gotta watch my movements. Jack boys plotting, fuck around, I gotta shoot him. Hit him with the tech, 940 or the Uzi. It's cold in these streets like a beer in a koozie. Getting fucked up cause every day to celebrate. Yeah, selling cut dope, bitch, I'm selling around the range. Born in 88, but I'm still in 80s, baby. 350 in the engine, 350 for a man. 2 for a zip, bitch, it's raw, it'll flip quick. Trying to get 10 bands out of 9 zips. You know, hit my cell up if you can't find shit. I got pull over you like you're driving without a license. Step on my toes and we going toe to toe. Everybody smoking work like I'm going door to door. Neighborhood dope boy, bitch, I'm well known. Toledo is my city, 419 is my home base. Wake up in the morning and I start hitting liquors. Walk up in the trap spot like what up with them boots. Everybody in my circle winning, getting big cash. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Wrist glow, neck froze, sloppy toppy necklace. I'm that dope, dog food, crackers, dog, loud packers, all I smoke, 2 L6. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. New day, new hustle, still getting money. I got the hustle, dog, maybe take your bitches from. I give girls away like a father right away. You know, the quarters for the 80 loud pack, no red. Yeah, smoking heavy, eyes look like I blew a pound. Watch me whip, watch me work, watch me straight it out. I need every dollar, every dime, every cent. I'm trying to be a millionaire, taking every step. With every breath I breathe, I'm chasing cheese, no rock. I got the ganas, I put that on me rock. Low key shot top, murder for money, can't get on the microphone and start killing everything. There's just so many different ways to get paid. I sleep fine at night at the end of the day. And I never gave a fuck what a hater gotta say. Rich man, motherfucker, I'm straight. Wake up in the morning and I start hitting liquors. Walk up in the trap spot like what up with them boots. Everybody in my circle winning, getting big cash. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Wrist glow, neck froze, sloppy toppy necklace. I'm that dope, dog food, crackers, dog, loud packers, all I smoke, 2 L6. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Bitch, I'm more dope than the coke in the plastic. Try me once your hook flow cold like aspirin. Put a dollar on your temple, body bag, smash. Pockets in shape like a professional athlete. Work, that's all I got for you. Bitch, I'm in the circuit, made man mafia. Broke boy, shut up, motherfucker. You got $10 off, take it money, well, obviously not enough. They knotted up, bitch, it's Christmas every day. Shut the fuck up, it ain't your business how I'm getting paid. I don't sell drugs, I'm just kidding, but my plug through it. Listen, if they want you, they will fuck you. Bitch, I got the bass, hi-hats, and the trouble. He wanted 2 songs, so I had to charge him double. Wake up in the morning and I start hitting liquors. Walk up in the trap spot like what up with them boots. Everybody in my circle winning, getting big cash. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Wrist glow, neck froze, sloppy toppy necklace. I'm that dope, dog food, crackers, cold, loud packers, all I smoke, 2 L6. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man. Rich man, I'm gonna die a rich man.
Yo, loud boy. Yo, loud boy. I'm a rap star phenomenon, flow nasty like a crouton. My plug got them deals, she saved me money like a coupon. Y'all rappers been rapping for too long. Construction worker got my tool on. Skipping on me, turn the snooze off. Kick down the door, skip my shoes off. Y'all ain't got no hits like lips with loose walls. Wanna war with me, gonna lose, dog. Let me see them folks like who's boss. Bang, bang, yeah. Locked and loaded, still in this bitch. I'm directing this, so I flip the script. Street pharmacist like I flip a script. Whose rhymes are these? These rhymes are mine. You ain't seeing me like you're all kinds of blind. What you need? Got all kinds of buy. Hurry up, cause I ain't got all kinds of time. I'm moving fast, I'll let it go. My price is right, cause I set it low. I overcome any obstacle. And my flow cold like a popsicle. You might be sick, but not sick as me. Another classic bitch like a symphony. Have I caught bodies free to fifth degree? Falling out cause I don't do shit for free. And I got enemies. Cut your balls off like a vasectomy. Y'all lucky enough, I can let you breathe. Now what? I'm ready to be on that floor. I'm ready to be, I'm ready to be, I'm ready to be on that floor. I'm ready to be on that floor. I'm ready to be, I'm ready to be, I'm ready to be on that floor. I'm ready to be, I'm ready to be on that floor. I'm ready to be, I'm ready to be, I'm ready to be on that floor. I'm ready to be on that floor. I'm a clown in the morning, blowing loud in the bed. One till I blow a little bitty house down. Car following like hell to skelter. Yo, loud boy, and they say, hell, I smell ya. Damn, I felt y'all. Glad y'all feel me. Come to cut loose and show y'all the real. I'm strapped in the trap with a fat bag full of gas masks. With a pretty brown skin, waist and fat ass. Used to get laughed at, now it is fat cats. Laugh, 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 laugh. Then I laugh like on the mic, it's your pussy, I miss Pat. Now, the bubbles in my leg, and I'll hit you with the bam bam. Bang, bang, gang. Bang, bang, gang. When I say bang, bang, y'all say the same thing. Bitch on the man, and that's all there is to it. This is for everyone that said I couldn't do it. Like true religion, my jeans look at it. Pockets fat as fuck, looking like I moved the brick. Hit the light and say, fleck him in murder on the mic. Somebody gotta die, keep the burner on my side. Hit my heart broke so many times, can't even cry. Never love another bitch, can't even lie. Never trust them, never cover them. All I wanna do is fuck them. I don't love them, I don't love them, swear I don't love them. Only thing that matters is my son and his money. And I kill anybody that try to take it from me. Trying to go to try to beat the pussy up, balls and find my call in the rap game. Johnny, you should write this down, cause this part's important. I'll put in work, now I'm working for it. I'm ready to be a rap.